In a distant land where lush deserts met towering mountains, lived a beautiful girl with eyes as vast as its clear lakes and hair as black and shiny as a raven's wing. The beauty was a kind and compassionate girl who loved nature and animals, and her dream was to become a doctor who healed every patient. In the same town, a strange apple tree grew. Its fruits were bright red and alluring, but they were poisonous. This tree was a buried secret, known only to the wise old man who lived in a small hut on the edge of the village. One sunny day, the beauty was wandering through the forest in search of medicinal herbs when she came across the fruit tree. She was drawn to the beauty of its red fruits and could not resist the temptation to taste one. After eating the apple, the beauty felt very dizzy and collapsed to the ground. One of the passers-by carried her to the house of the wise old man, who immediately recognized that she had eaten from the poisonous apple tree. The wise old man told the beauty the story of the cursed tree. He told her that this tree was planted by an evil sorcerer long ago, and his goal was to kill anyone who dared to eat its fruit. The wise old man realized that there was a rare plant that grew deep in the desert, capable of curing the poison of the poisonous apple. He decided to take the beauty with him on a dangerous journey to search for this plant. After weeks of walking in the desert, the beauty and the wise old man began to feel exhausted and thirsty. The sun was scorching their faces, and the hot sand was burning their feet. However, they did not give up, for their hope of finding the miraculous plant was what drove them forward. One day, as they were walking in a narrow valley, the wise old man noticed a strange plant growing among the rocks. Its leaves were shiny and silver, and its flowers were sky blue. The old man remembered the description of the plant from old magic books and realized immediately that they had found what they were looking for. The old man approached the plant cautiously and gathered some of its leaves and flowers. Then he prepared a strong medicine and gave it to the beauty to drink. The beauty felt immediate improvement, and the dizziness and weakness that had afflicted her disappeared. On their way back to the village, the wise old man told the beauty the legend of this plant. He told her that it was a sacred plant that only grew in places where the full moon's rays fell. He added that this plant has extraordinary healing power and can cure any disease or poison. When the beauty returned to her village, her people welcomed her warmly. Her skin was glowing and her eyes were sparkling with health and vitality. They thanked the wise old man for saving her, but the beauty did not forget what had happened to her. She was determined to take revenge on the evil sorcerer who caused her all this pain and suffering. She began to investigate the sorcerer and asked everyone she met for any information that might help her find him. After a period of searching, the beauty was able to find out that the sorcerer lived in an abandoned castle on top of a steep mountain. She decided to go to the castle alone, but the wise old man refused to let her go alone. They insisted on going together. When they reached the castle, they found it surrounded by a high wall. The beauty and the wise old man approached the doors of the abandoned castle. The huge doors were made of rusty iron, and their locks were worn out. The old man raised his magic wand and uttered magic words, and the doors slowly opened, revealing a dark and cold passage. Inside the castle, the atmosphere was terrifying. The walls were covered with strange drawings, and the floors were covered with dust. Candles flickered dimly, creating strange shadows on the walls. They began to walk through the narrow and winding corridors and soon found themselves in a large hall. In the middle of the hall, the evil sorcerer was sitting on a throne of bones, wearing a long black robe and had glowing red eyes. The sorcerer let out a thunderous cry while the wise old man used his magic to protect everyone. As for the beauty, she was watching the sorcerer closely. She waited for him to cast his spell, then used the medicine she had made from the miraculous plant to repel his attack. The magic arrows he fired turned to ash before reaching her. The sorcerer realized that the beauty was stronger than he had imagined. He increased his magical power and launched a large fireball towards the beauty. But the beauty was ready for this attack. She raised her magic wand and uttered powerful magic words. The fireball turned into drops of cold water and fell to the ground. The sorcerer was furious, and he attacked the beauty personally. A fierce battle ensued in which the sorcerer used all his magical power, but the beauty was faster and more agile. In the end, she was able to deliver a powerful blow to the sorcerer with her magic wand and knocked him to the ground. The sorcerer fell unconscious, and everyone knew that the battle was over. The beauty and the wise old man rejoiced in victory and felt proud that they had managed to defeat the evil sorcerer. After defeating the evil sorcerer, the beauty and the wise old man returned to their village as heroes. The people celebrated their great victory and held a grand feast in their honor. The beauty became a symbol of courage and wisdom, and she decided to dedicate her life to serving people and healing the sick. But the joy did not last long. They soon discovered that the curse of the evil sorcerer had not ended with his death. Strange signs began to appear in the village. The crops withered, the wells dried up, and strange monsters appeared in the desert. The people felt fear and despair and turned to the beauty for help. After much research, the beauty discovered that the sorcerer, before his death, had uttered a curse that linked the fate of the village to the sorcerer's castle. As long as the castle remained standing, the curse would continue. The beauty decided to go to the castle again, this time to destroy it completely. On her return journey to the castle, the beauty faced new challenges. The evil forces that the sorcerer had used were still present in the castle, and they were trying to prevent her from achieving her goal. She faced terrifying monsters and complex puzzles, but she was able to overcome all these difficulties with her strong will and wisdom. When the beauty reached the heart of the castle, she found a magic book containing the sorcerer's secrets. She discovered that there was a special ritual that must be performed to destroy the castle and end the curse. This ritual was very dangerous, but could the beauty destroy the castle?